Hello everyone, welcome to the second installment of Figuring Out Fatherhood. Today I'm with the wonderful Justus. Justus, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Justus. Everyone calls me Jay, literally everyone. Even my mum sometimes.
My bad.
27 years old. I'm a contractor at a South African bank in St. Paul's. I've got one daughter. Her name is Robin. And yeah.
How old is she?
She is going to be complex. 21 months, almost 2 years old. And so January is when she was born.
Okay.
So see how that goes.
Alright, cool. Let's get right into it. So the reason I want to talk to you today, I want to talk to you about finances, how you finance your daughter, let's just get right into it. So how did you prep? So when you found out you were having a baby, how did you prep financially? Because obviously I feel like everyone knows kids are expensive, but just how expensive are they? How did you?
I think you don't actually realize how expensive they actually are.
Yeah.
So for me, the way I kind of done it was I live with my siblings. It's just my brother and my sister.
Okay.
So I was doing that majority of the bills and stuff. Mm-hmm. But when I found out I was having a child, we all kind of had like a little meeting where I basically said, everyone's got to start putting their weight here and there.
Oh, the oldest? Are you the oldest?
I'm the oldest.
Okay.
Yeah. So by about 5 years.
Okay.
And then from there, they were cool with it, obviously knowing that I'm going to have a kid. So, we all kind of like pulled the trousers up and decided to do things a little bit differently.
Okay. And you just saved up?
Yeah, saved up a little bit. And obviously monthly, you always make sure you put a little bit aside. So it helps you out if, things get a bit awkward.
I've got to say for rainy days. Obviously, I'm assuming you give money to her mum each month.
Yeah.
And how has that impacted your life? Because obviously it's a part of your salary that you've never had to give away.
Yeah.
I don't want to say give away because it's not like
of course, yeah.
You're giving it to someone else. It's not like your money's no longer yours as such. So
yeah.
How does that make you feel like each month? It's just
do you know what? It doesn't actually make me feel any way, because at the end of the day, kids are gonna cost money. They're not gonna be free. So for me, I always knew I would have to pay a specific amount of money towards my child's mother. I've been cool with it. I don't really think about where the money goes or what stuff, because as long as I give the money to her, that's now, my kid's money.
Yeah.
So whatever she decides to do with it, that's down to her.
So you're not fussed about how it's spent, where it goes?
I'm not fussed, no, because I know she would use that money towards our daughter. And plus, like I said before, once I've given you the money for our child, I'd expect you to obviously use the money for the baby.
Okay. And I guess, when did you agree the amount of money to give each other? Was it before she had the baby, during the pregnancy, or was it after?
You know what? Money is probably one of the biggest problems when you raise a child with somebody you're not with. So we kind of agreed on a figure beforehand, but things change, obviously. Yeah. So people realize it's not that cheap or that, So there's been a few times where we've gone back and forth in regards to how much I'm gonna give her.
Yeah, of course.
There might be an agreement one day, and then, we figure out that certain things got to be done differently, and then it might go up or it might go back down again.
Okay.
So it all really depends on what aspect of life we're in at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know, because from my experience, like what my daughter's mom did for me, she, like, when we're talking about money, she actually gave me a spreadsheet. Like, I got an email and it just said her finances. And there was literally a breakdown to her nappies, to her clothes.
Oh, wow.
Listen, when I saw it,
that's great.
Work. You're at work, just working. Pop up email, open it. I was like, okay. And at that point, I realized just how much, for me, it was the formula, the price of formula. It rocked my world. I was like, I didn't realize formula was expensive. But you know what? Cool. You buy the bill, like you're saying, you pay it. So I guess that leads into my next question. How do you because you say you don't really mind, you don't really check on where it goes, you don't really ask where it goes, but do you feel like you have sort of like an expectation, or what do you? Because obviously I've seen your daughter, she dresses well, she looks healthy, obviously, I'll give you the props, give her the props as well. Like,
of course, both of us,
I feel like there's an expectation, because if I'm giving money towards someone, I expect her to live a certain kind of life, to look a certain kind of way. Like, I wouldn't want to see my daughter wearing grayed out clothes. Of course. You see what I mean?
Of course.
So, does that not bother you?
Do you know what? I think the reason why I say it doesn't really bother me is because I've known my child's mother for a long time.
Okay.
So we used to be very, very good friends. So for me, the expectations I had of her, they have always been there. Okay. So I've always known that, my daughter's never gonna dress in like trampy clothes or be presented in a way that my baby mum wouldn't want it to be out of. So that's why I say when I give her the money or whatever I do, I always know that my child's mother has her best interest at heart. So that's the type of aspect I'm actually happily cool with.
Yeah.
That's why I don't really worry too much about where my money goes, because I know where the money is going.
Yeah.
So that's probably the reason why I'm more relaxed in that situation.
And does Robin go nursery?
She used to go nursery. She was going nursery for a few months, but my child's mother we decided to take her out of nursery now because she wanted to stay at home for a bit. So at the moment, she's not going to nursery anymore, but we will potentially be looking to take her back into nursery.
And how are you planning financially for that?
See, what we did at the beginning was, that's where we weren't really seeing eye to eye a lot because, you know,
listen, I understand.
It's very hard. I ain't gonna lie to you. But we kind of, what she expected from me, I wasn't really cool with that. So I said to her what I can afford to give her monthly for nursery and how many days she goes to nursery and stuff. And that was the amount that we agreed on for the time being. So
how many days was she going to nursery at that point in time?
She was doing half days and full days. So she was doing 2 full days and 2 half days. And then she was at her auntie's on a Thursday. So the way we kind of like sorted it out was I had her every other weekend and every other for the full weekend. I mean, it was Saturday to Sunday first, but now it's Friday, Saturday and Sunday, which obviously is better for me, gives me more time with my daughter. And so depending on what day it was, on a Wednesday if I had her, I would drop her off to her auntie's on a Thursday. And then either myself or her mum would pick her up after we finish work. So
that's
we
quite
did.
Nice setup.
It was
the reason I was
nice.
asking about nursery is because obviously nursery is not cheap. Like it's publicized how expensive it is. So now that you said it's coming up, how are you planning towards that? Are you going to go back to your previous agreement, or just give us that amount of money? Or
I guess it will depend on what she wants to do, how many days she wants to be working, and how many days she wants to work from home and stuff. So I guess it kind of depends on what she wants to do. Because for me, I do 5 days a week. So if she says she wants to go work 2-3 days a week, cool. Robin will stay with her for the 3 days or whatever. And then we can sort out how much the nursery will cost. Because I think minimum nursery costs at least 400 to 500 pounds anyway. I think.
Where? Because when you say gym per month, or how does it? Because I know that my daughter's nursery is, I think it's about 80 to 90 pounds a day.
A day?
Something like that, yeah.
I don't know what nursery you're going to go to, but Jesus.
I think something like that. I think the average is about 75 pounds a day, something like that, yeah.
Okay. I think our one is 50 pounds a day and half day. Well, where do you live?
I live in South London, yeah.
Okay, so we live in back in Dagenham.
Okay.
So it's probably that's why it's a bit cheaper than now.
It's probably like zone 4 or 5 or something.
Zone 4 or 5, yeah. So it's a bit cheaper for us, clearly, because £80, I would stay at home. I ain't going nursery.
And obviously, the government, they help you, but they don't really help you. They help, I guess it's means tested, I believe. So I feel like, depending on the number of days she's working, sort of determines how much you get. And Robin, she's going to be 2 in January. Yeah. So she'll be entitled to, 15 hours a week? I
think when I had a conversation with Robin's mom, she said something about 15 hours free or 20 hours free when she's a certain age.
When she's 2, and it's 30 hours.
Okay. I didn't actually know that.
It's 30 hours, yeah. I'm obviously future planning.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, you're helping me out here. So at least I know how much it's going to be for a while. But that's actually pretty decent to get 3 hours to go to nursery.
Yeah. And also you do Jay's Link Up as well. Tell us a little bit about that. I feel like Jay's Link Up kind of came about around the same time I found out you had a kid. Was that coincidence or was it planned? Do
you know what? It wasn't even planned at all. Funny enough that you ask, I've been thinking about doing something similar for a long time. Okay. But I guess I was never bothered enough to do it. And then I was approached to a friend of mine who I've been friends with for like 10 years. Okay. And then she was just telling me, how it could be beneficial. It could be very good for myself and her going forwards. And I was going to decline. But then I thought to myself, you know what? I'm also having a kid. So it could potentially work out. If I, have a little side thing on the side, I could make a little bit of extra money. And then it would be better for everyone, really. And that's one of the reasons why I guess it kind of pushed me more. I know a lot of people say you shouldn't wait to have a child to get a kick up the bum, but that's how it definitely was for me. Because
a lot of people, they say in theory it's like, oh, don't wait till you have a child, but I can ask every father that I know that's had a child, like, it changes them, it changes something in them, it sets a priority to you, so it makes you want to do something. Even this was inspired by me having a child as well, so let me do it as well. Okay. And I've got another question for you. What would you do differently in terms of your finances? Like, would you have saved more money? What would you have done differently?
I think I definitely would have saved more money if I had even thought about how expensive this would be.
Yeah.
It kind of like caught me by surprise how much it would actually be going forward and stuff.
Actually, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but when you say just how expensive it is, what surprised you? What expense?
Like you said, formula. I did not know formula was about £15, Bob. That alone. Yeah. But that's why, just to go off topic a little bit, I think I used to think doing baby showers was silly. But if I would give advice to someone, I would say do have a baby shower, obviously the mum, because you get a lot of stuff for free. Like, I've only just started buying my own nappies. She's almost 2 years old and I ain't bought no nappies yet. So it can kind of help you. You know, you can get a lot of stuff from family that bring you stuff, nappies, formula, bottles, everything, and it saves you a lot of money.
It's funny you mentioned that, because once upon a time, baby showers were just for women. Over the last 2-3 years, I've clocked that. I started getting invited to baby showers, and it didn't make sense. But now when I had my child, I was like, you know what? Fair enough. The more people, the more gifts you get, the more help you're gonna get. So, what would you say to people that have baby showers? What would you, or someone, if I was going to attend the baby shower for the next child, what would you tell them to bring?
I'd ask you to ask what they wanted actually.
The mum.
The parents, both of them, because they might be there, and then go from there. But usually, I'll probably tell someone just to get nappies. That's one of the most important things. Yeah,
because I feel like the baby showers that I went to before I had a child, I always felt the need to I'm buying a toy or something something that's big and this.
I mean,
you want to show out a little bit.
You do want to show, but then you got to remember it's for the child.
Yeah, exactly.
So no baby's going to be able to play with a big ass toy that you bought the baby.
Functional, really.
Exactly. Or even clothes. I mean, clothes is very important, even though they grow out of it in 2 days.
See that clothes thing? Yeah, it's like my daughter. My daughter's mum. She was telling me how rapidly she was growing, and I was just like, how am I affording this, man? Like,
do you know what?
They have a growth spurt from between a few months to, I would say, about 2. It's 2 where it starts to even out a little bit.
Okay.
And they have them from there starting growth spurts differently, but from 0 to 2 months, 2 years, sorry, so just be prepared. I
wish you told me that beforehand. Honestly.
Listen, this is the reason why we're doing this, so people have something to reference. There's just, especially when it comes to finances, there's just so much, you can't really plan for it, I don't think. It's just,
you can't.
Just save as much as you can.
Yeah.
Make the sacrifices now.
Exactly.
Because a lot of people, they struggle with that transition from your money's no longer yours to your money's now someone else's. It's before you could just go and spend ridiculous amounts of money with no care in the world. Now it's any amount you spend, you've got to keep in the back of your mind that there's a child waiting for you at home. Yeah. So,
You've got to think about a lot of things. But I think what I would tell a lot of guys is, a lot of guys are worried about where the money goes in terms of their child, the baby and stuff, where they feel reluctant to give money towards the, baby mom. But if I was to talk to them, I'll tell them, you know what, at the end of the day, it's your child. So you should be able to have a clear conscience if you've given, the mother of your child money.
Yeah.
Because that way, at least you can say to yourself, you know what, I've done what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
I've given you what I'm supposed to be giving you, and I can sleep at night, rather than, you know what, no, I'm not going to give her any money because she might spend it on whatever.
Yeah.
Because this is both your child at the end of the day. So that's the only advice I'll definitely give guys as well.
I agree with that 100%. And it's you know what, to be fair, Justus, it's easier said than done.
Of course.
Because, like I said, I feel like when you have a child, you have a sense of how you want your child to look.
Yeah.
And if they need to be happy. And I'm happy to give my daughter's mum however much she needs, because I know that she's well taken care of. She's a primary carer at the end of the day. So and if my daughter's mum is good, my daughter's good by default. So, but sometimes men need to get out this mentality that, like you mentioned, that it's the daughter's mum or your child's mum is going to waste the money. It's not going to go to your daughter. She needs to go on holiday and stuff like that. And just look at it like you mentioned, like it's for your child. And you go to bed at night happy knowing that Yeah.
Got definitely make sure that you have the money as well. Like, don't force yourself to give money that you do not physically have,
of course.
because otherwise you're gonna end up in trouble as well.
Yeah, but you know what? Another thing is, like, not a lot of people are happy to make that sacrifice.
Yeah.
So I feel like my advice, going off of what you said, it would be to be willing to make that sacrifice, because it's not permanent.
100%.
And just for lack of
18 years though. 18 years. It's pretty permanent.
Yeah. And I guess to back that up, get your money up in it. Like, get a side hustle. Plan something to do, like, do a Jay's Link Up if you have to. Nah, I'm playing. But tell us about Jay's Link Up. So where can we find you on social media?
I mean, my Twitter is J Andreas. Jay's Link Up is Jay's Link Up.
Okay.
So I kind of run both of them, obviously, with my partner. And that's where you can find me on Instagram, J Andreas, Jay's Link Up, and Twitter as well.
So actually, I have one more question for you before we actually get into that. What would you do differently?
You mean in terms of having a child?
Financially, especially, what would you have done differently?
Don't have a baby. No, I'm joking. No, I'm playing.
I hear it.
Do you know what? What would I do differently? You can't really answer that question, because if it wasn't for me being in this situation, I wouldn't have been doing Jay's Link Up. I wouldn't have been, doing certain things that I'm doing now. So the question is a bit hard to answer, but what I would say is always be prepared to make sacrifices in all aspects of your life, because you never know what's going to happen the next day. So yeah, that's basically all I can really say to someone that will be in this situation.
That's some good stuff, man. Thank you.
Cheers, man.
I really
Anytime.
appreciate you coming on this, man. Second episode wrapped up. Thank you.
Safe.
Figuring Out Fatherhood.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.